morning and happy Friday. Hi, Rory. Nice to see you, as always. Just get some clutter out of the way here. Again, I really apologize for the late start. I have to bring my daughter somewhere in the mornings, on Friday mornings, and I'm just not, time management isn't really my strength, I guess I could say, but I'll work on it. And actually things are changing next week, so she has to be at her destination a little earlier, so it shouldn't be a problem anymore. Anyway, if you're able to say hello in the chat, please do. And also if you have any requests for anything you'd like to focus on today or any favorite poses that you want to make sure we get to, then I invite you to do so. I think we're going to just sort of continue, unless I get any other suggestions, we're going to continue sort of what we were doing last week. Just sort of waking up the body, maybe a little less time in the sun salutation so we can spend more time in the poses as well. And then, as we've been doing, we'll end the class with some pranayama and a short meditation. Okay, so it looks like no one has anything else to say, so I'll keep checking it. I'll just keep an eye on it. Okay. Okay, so I'm really sorry. I have to go grab my phone because the clock that I usually have in here has run out of batteries, and I need to make sure that I don't go too late on stuff. So just 1 second. Okay, so let's get started. You're probably already sitting down, I would guess, so let's just stay there. And I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been feeling a lot more energetic since the spring has come around. And we've been getting warmer weather, more sunlight every day. So it just seems like a really good time to me, really hopeful time. I hope you guys are feeling the same way. I hope if you have allergies, they're not too bad. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into a whole discussion of allergies, but if you have questions about allergies, then please put them in the comments and I'll answer it. So just find a comfortable position. Just take a moment to find your center here, just moving around a little bit. Make sure you move in all directions so you feel as if your seat is really balanced between both sides and between front and back. So you don't want to feel like you're leaning forward or back too much either. Keeping your spine as straight as possible, shoulders back and down. And just start to notice your breath. Noticing how your body responds to each intake of breath and each exhalation. Just what is moving, which parts of your body are moving, noticing the expansion with your inhales and the release and softening with your exhales. And I would encourage you to do this as well, or at least invite you to really see if you can visualize sort of a stream of energy going through the center of your body. And as you inhale, it's coming from the bottom all the way through your spine, opening up your chest, sort of expanding your body. And as you exhale, it's going back down the center and just releasing any negative energy out through your feet or through whichever part of your body is touching the floor. And shifting to the Ujjayi breath now, breathing with sound through your nose. And to achieve that sound, you slightly constrict the back of your throat, lengthening your breath. So, although this is an intentional type of breath, you don't want to be forcing anything, and it should actually be relaxing to you. So you don't want to have a feeling like, oh, I'm just not getting this breath and getting frustrated about it. So if that is happening, then for now, just let that go and breathe naturally. And again, if you have any questions about the Ujjayi breath, then I'd be happy to answer that. Good, so let's start to move a little. Inhale your arms up. Lengthen and exhale, float the arms back down. Be careful of your shoulders. So just be very gentle here. Definitely notice your shoulders. Notice how they're feeling. Notice how your whole upper body is feeling. But don't overextend. Inhaling the arms up and exhaling, floating the hands back down. And really visualize as if you're just gathering up this pranic energy as you inhale. And then just softening and releasing as you exhale. And since we're using our hands here, that can make the visualization a little easier, like you're literally gathering up prana with your hands. And if that just seems weird to you, then you don't have to do it. Good, and then at the top of the next inhalation, one hand down, other hand reaches over. Just again, very gently, you just want to feel a mild stretch through your side. And back to center, other side. And as you exhale, start to notice your belly a little bit more, drawing in your pelvic floor and your lower belly, those two bandhas. And again, inhale, center, exhale, stretch. Good, and then one arm up, bring it to the opposite knee. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist gently, looking over your shoulder. Again, our spine is not warm yet, unless you did some kind of warm up before this class. So a very gentle twist here. Good, and other side. Make sure you inhale, lengthen before you twist as you exhale. Because that gets the spine nice and straight. You don't really want to be twisting with a crumpled spine. Good, and back to center. And let's, from here, let's just come onto our hands and knees for a couple cat and cows. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, hips come up, so an arch in your lower back. Open chest, and exhale, drop your head around the spine, look at your feet or your knees. Inhale. And if your knees are bothering you, it might help to tuck your toes under. And exhale, draw the belly in. So already starting to work the core a little bit here. Inhale. And exhale. Push the floor away from you. And inhale. Just getting a little more mobility into the spine, waking up the core. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And this time, gently straighten your legs. Just sort of a half transitionary downward dog here. Maybe pedal it out just a little bit where that feels good. And walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees and drop your head slowly, come up to standing as you straighten your legs. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands to your heart. And just notice how your back feels right now after coming up that way. Hopefully there wasn't too much strain. Good, and then go ahead and grab your strap if you have one, or if not, just you can have an air strap. And inhale, strap over your head, exhale, drop it behind you, shoulder blades together, look down towards your toes. Inhale, look up, exhale, look down towards your toes. As long as this isn't bothering your neck, if it's bothering your neck to move it this much, then it's fine. You can just look straight ahead. Inhale, open the chest, exhale, belly comes in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale up. Exhale, just use the weight of one hand to bring you into a side stretch here. Look in the opposite direction. And inhale, exhale, other side. And just moving, getting into your shoulders and spine a little more. So this is not a directed movement, just do whatever feels good to you. Make sure you don't overextend anything though. So still nice gentle movements. I mean, really, throughout the practice, it's going to be gentle movements. We're not doing any harsh movements here. Good, and then still holding onto the strap, just starting to stretch our lower body a little bit. Again, very gently, stepping into the strap. Slowly bring your foot up just until you feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstring here. You can hold on to something if balance is an issue. Then maybe open out to the side, open your hips a little bit. Use your core to help you with the balance and the alignment. Back to center, and release. And other side. Still breathing with the Ujjayi breath if you can. And And it's totally normal to lose that breath, to just kind of forget about it during the practice. So I'll just keep reminding you. And opening out to the side. Whoa. I've actually, when I practice this by myself, oh my gosh, I'm still struggling with my mouth here. When I practice this by myself, I've been holding on to something, so I'm not really used to balancing here. And back to center and release. But if you did balance that whole time, then kudos to you. Very good. And coming to the front of our mat, preparing for the sun salutations. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, draw the belly in. Drop your head. And especially if your hamstrings are still very tight, bend your knees here. And inhale, look ahead of you. Exhale, fold. And step back, plank pose. Holding here, knees down is optional. Draw the belly in. Make sure that you're not sinking into the plank. This is more like an upward dog. Or the opposite. If you're doing like this, then you're not really getting that much work in your core. And that's sort of like a downward dog. So keeping as straight as possible. You should really feel as if your core is supporting you, even if your knees are down like this. Good. And then everybody knees down, elbows in, come down, knees touch chin. And from here, this transition can be kind of awkward for knees touch chin. So we're going into Cobra. You want to make sure you bring your upper body forward before you come up. Keeping your back long. And exhale. Press back. Downward dog. And now just resting in this pose, taking a couple of breaths, bringing your heels towards the mat. Make sure that you're pressing your knuckles and thumbs into the mat. Fingers wide. And if it helps you, you can think of your chest coming towards your thighs here. That can really help open your back. Good, and then bending your knees. Step one foot forward, then the other. Inhale, lengthen your upper body and legs. Exhale, again, maybe bending your knees, drop your head, and come all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach up, exhale, hands to heart. My glasses kind of tend to get in the way, so I'm just taking them up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, draw the belly in, drop your head. Inhale, exhale, step back plank. Hold. Keep drawing the belly in. This core stability is just so important throughout, like in every yoga pose. So that's why we're in this plank. Just bring your awareness to that. Building up our core strength. And inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale forward and then up into Cobra. Exhale, second modified chaturanga to build arm strength. And press back, downward dog. And take a couple breaths here. Good, and then inhale the right leg up. Come forward, step it through, and lower your left knee, low lunge. Just take a moment to notice your hip here. Inhale, exhale, come back, fold over your extended leg. And inhale, come forward, maybe your hands come up. Maybe you come into a slight back bend, just opening the chest here. And inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, straighten the back leg, step back plank. Draw the belly in. And again, you can always bring your knees down if this is too much. And inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. And press back, downward dog. Take a couple breaths. Keep pressing your heels towards the mat, really opening up the back of your body. Staying with the breath. And inhale, left foot up. Step it through. Low lunge. Breathing. And inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale. Maybe come up. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. And we're just going to step right to the front of our mat. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Hopefully you're starting to get a little warmer. Take a breath here. And inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. Downward dog. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, your right leg up. This time, you're going to step wide outside to the outside of the mat and outside of your hand. We're doing the right, well, I'm doing the right side. You can do the right side too. And then just come down if you have the space into lizard pose. You can also rest on a block, or you can just stay up here. Whatever feels good to you. And breathe. And try to keep your breath steady. Try to avoid holding your breath here. Good. And inhale. Come back up onto your hands, straighten your legs. Step back plank. Take a breath here, and exhale, knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga, cobra, knees, chest, chin. And downward dog. So hopefully each time you come in downward dog, you're feeling the back of your body open a little more, pressing your heels a little closer to the floor as you get warmer. And inhale your left foot up. Step outside your left hand, other side for lizard. Just take a moment and then maybe come down. Breathing into your hip. And careful of any, if you're like me, you might have some impingement in your hip, so you just have to be really careful of your alignment here at the base. Don't force yourself down if you're feeling that kind of impingement. Just take a moment to sort of adjust your hip a little bit first. Good, and come back up, straighten the leg, step back plank. Inhale, exhale, knees chest chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. And also, it's optional to rest in child's pose instead of downward dog. This is our resting downward dog now, so just taking a couple more breaths. Good. And then your knees. Step forward, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Exhale, inhale, chair. Draw the belly in. So sitting as deeply as you can here, but make sure you can still see your toes. Sitting as deeply as you can while bringing your arms up, but you want to kind of be, you don't want to bringing your shoulder blades together and you're up like this. I don't know if you can, I guess we haven't really gone over this, but if you can see kind of the difference here, not like this, but like this. So sort of wrapping your shoulder blades here, as if you're hugging something or maybe just cupping something in your hands. Good. And inhale, exhale, fold. We're going to do the twists in a different place today, not in the chair pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Downward dog. Taking a couple breaths. Also, if you need to catch me here. Good. And then turn the left foot out to the side. Inhale, your right leg up and step through right into warrior two. And you can take a nice wide stance here to allow yourself to bend a little deeper into the pose without coming over your ankle. Just staying here, building strength. Maybe come a little deeper as your hips open a little more. And inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, reverse. And inhale, exhale, extended side angle. And again, you can rest your forehead on your forearm on your knee. Or you can bring your fingertips down to the floor. Good, and then from here, coming back up, this is where we're going into the twist. You might have to kick the step forward a little bit for this. Inhale and exhale. So this is a lunge twist. Press your hands towards the center of your chest. That feels good. Good. And then come back to center. Left hand down, right arm up. Just extending that twist a little bit. Optional to come onto the outer edges of your feet in a modified side plank. And exhale, reach forward, step back plank. Maybe you want to go into a chaturanga now instead of knees, chest, chin. Up to you. This is a modified chaturanga. And cobra. Second chaturanga. To build that arm strength. And downward dog. Catch your breath. Good. And inhale the left leg up. Same thing on the other side. Warrior two. Breathing here. And float the arms up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, exhale, side angle. And inhale, push yourself back up. And twisting on this side. So again, you might have to take a moment to adjust your stance and also just come onto the balls of your feet. Maybe your legs are burning. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. And then maybe coming onto the outer edges of your feet if that feels good. Raising your hips a little bit, getting that core strength active. And exhale, step back plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, downward dog. Catch your breath. Good. And then your knees. Step forward into chair. One last chair. Make this a good one. Good. And then inhale the arms up to the sides. Exhale, fold forward. Drop your head. Inhale, flat back. And engage your core. Come all the way up standing. And hands to heart. Good. And then just take a moment to catch your breath again. We're going to do another forward fold because we haven't done this in a while. One reason is because my hamstring has been healing, to be honest with you. But from here, if you're not already feet hip distance apart, just step your feet out a little bit. Sorry about my cat there. And grab onto right in front of your hip bones here. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, engage your core and fold forward. And try to actually round the base of your spine this time, drawing your belly in. If that feels okay on your hamstrings and your hips. And then just drop your head. And just let your back lengthen with each exhalation. If this is accessible to you, you could even hook your index middle fingers around your toes and sort of pull yourself toward your feet. But when you start to feel any kind of strain in your hamstring, then stop. And try to raise your kneecaps so you're engaging your quads here. That can help you release your hamstrings a little bit. Good. Hopefully that felt good to you. Grab your waist. Push your feet towards the floor to come up. And step your feet together. Good, and finding mountain pose. I don't think we actually technically held mountain pose at the beginning of the class today. So just find your mountain pose, rock back and forth, spread your toes wide. Make sure you're evenly balanced between both feet. And shift your weight onto one side. You can be balancing here, finding tree. I don't think we've done this for a couple weeks. So first, make sure that you're opening your hip here. Turn your knee out to the side. You just practice this with your toes down on the mat. But you don't want to turn your whole body to the side. You're just, so try like actually pressing your standing leg back as you press the other leg open a little bit. You want to just keep your hips open here is the point. And then make sure you avoid the knee area and place your foot. And for balance, it can really help. I'm not helping myself because I'm looking at myself right now in the camera, but don't look at me after you've just looked at it one time to see the alignment. Look down at the floor at something that's not moving, just something small, a small piece of dust or spot. And hold here. Keep drawing your pelvic floor in and drawing your lower belly in and up. That can help stabilize you. You may be feeling this in your ankles. Totally normal. The more of these you do, the more your ankle strength will build and the more steady you might be in this pose. All other things being equal. I haven't practiced in a while either, I have to admit. At least not holding it this long. Okay, and maybe your arms come up like the branches of a tree. Good. And if you're still with me here, standing in this pose, or even if you're not, maybe you can come back into it. Bring your knee over, or your ankle over your knee. Sit back. Feel your hip opening here. And then reach towards the floor. Straighten your standing leg almost all the way. You don't want to lock your knee. And drop your head and breathe. Good, and inhale, bend your knee deeply, coming back into this one-legged chair. And come back up and release. Shake it out. Center yourself again in mountain pose and ready for the other side. And remember, first open your hip. So this pose, I think a lot of people, especially if you're struggling with balance, it's like the balancing part of it just sort of takes over your whole brain. So it's kind of hard to think about the alignment because you're just trying to sort of get up and hold it. But the alignment really comes first. So you have to have a nice straight body, long mountain pose here. Open your hip and then maybe find that spot on the floor for balance and just slowly, from a place of stability, maybe pick your foot off the floor. And your breathing can help here too. But you need to find that place of stability first before you start thinking about picking up your foot. And if it helps to visualize your standing foot is really the trunk of a tree, like a nice wide trunk, just connected to the earth and under the earth, then I would encourage you to visualize that. Good, and from here, maybe going to the forward fold. So sitting in one-legged chair, reaching towards the floor, drop your head. Straighten your leg just enough so you get kind of a hamstring stretch here. And look forward, slowly come back up and release and shake it out. Good. And I'm just going to check the time here. Okay. So definitely time to get down to the floor. So we're going to get down to the floor through our wide-legged fold, which is what I usually like to do. So again, find that place just right under your hip bones, where your psoas are. And your feet should be parallel to each other, not splayed apart in this pose. And so inhale, open the chest. Exhale, gently fold forward. Try to place your hands in line with your feet. Come back on your fingertips straight back. And then exhale. Head comes towards the floor or all the way to the floor. It might help to tuck your chin towards your chest and just shift your weight forward a little bit. I know that can be kind of scary because it might feel like you're about to topple over, but I don't think I've ever actually toppled over in this pose or seen anyone do it. So I think it's just kind of a mind trick. Good, and then inhale, bring your head back up. Reach your hands behind you, clasp them if you can, and then drop your head once more, and drop your hands. And release your hands, come back onto your fingertips. Walk your hands over to one foot. Maybe raise your arm up, getting a nice twist here. And other side. Good, and heel toe your feet together. And drop into a squat. Keep engaging your pelvic floor, drawing your lower belly in. And release all the way down, sitting down. Bring the soles of your feet together, open them up like a book. Inhale, open your chest. Draw your belly in. And then exhale, drop your head towards your feet. Use your elbows to press your knees down. Rounding your spine here. And breathing. And really use your breath here to, using your exhalations especially, to just soften and release into the pose. You don't want to be bouncing into it. You just want to direct your body to release as you exhale. So it's not trying to get deeper. It's letting yourself get deeper. Good. Inhale. Come all the way up. And bring your knees together for a minute. So yeah, I try to talk about this a lot, but kind of the yoga mindset is always, well, yoga is like really a moving meditation. So a lot of yoga is really about your mindset and in your mind. And it's kind of about finding that mind-body connection. I know that sounds cliche, but it's really true. So we're never, if you find yourself striving for a pose or just really trying to get into it, rather than sort of releasing, giving yourself space to get into it, then you're kind of veering from the yoga mindset, and you want to bring yourself back into realizing it's not a competition. It's just being aware where your body is now and where your limits are, and moving past the limits, but sort of allowing yourself rather than forcing yourself past them, if that makes any sense. So anyway, legs wide apart. Inhale, open your chest, bring your shoulder blades together for a moment, and exhale, fold forward. So I hear this talked about in meditation too. I'll just talk to you while we're folding forward. The more you're kind of like fighting to get something, or your mind is sort of like working like, oh, I have to get this, the more you're actually making your mind smaller and smaller. The more you can just kind of be aware of what's going on, the more you can kind of feel that headspace and your mind and opportunities opening up. So that's one thing that we're actually practicing in yoga. Good. Inhale, slowly come up. And bring your legs together, shake it out. Wait, actually, I want to stay in that position a little bit. So just bring your one foot in towards your inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Reach. Good, and then other side. So this is more of a side stretch, so make sure you're reaching towards your foot. Breathing. And back to center. And we're going to do another forward fold here from a seated position. So just think of how this felt when you were standing up and you did it. Actually, let's start in staff pose here, just to sort of get our bodies back into alignment. Toes pointing up, sit bones really evenly pressing into the floor, back body as straight as possible, and you can use your hands to sort of bring your shoulders back and press yourself straighter, engaging the bandhas. And then from there, inhale your arms up and fold. And you can still, like, once you start folding and bringing your belly in, you can still round your lower spine in order to come into this pose. And keep engaging your kneecaps and quads here. to help open your hamstrings. And breathe. Good. Inhale up and release. And let's just do a quick counter stretch to this. This is going to be, it's not the easiest pose. It takes some leg strength, but it's a nice front body opener. So bring your shoulder blades together, open the chest, and then we're going to lift up here and drop the head back. And if that's too much, you can bend your knees. Just make sure that you're really pressing your hips up. And release. You don't want to hold that too long. Good. And grab behind your knees. Shift your weight back for boat pose. You don't have to strain your knees here. You can stay like this if you need to. Holding for a moment here, really being aware of your core, engaging your core. And then slowly come down. When you can press your lower back into the mat, stay here, hold, keep your shoulders up. And draw your knees into your chest. Relax. Good, and then arms up to the sides. Drop your knees over to one side, look in the opposite direction. And other side. And back to center. And release. Feet hip distance apart. See if you can reach your heels here. That just kind of can sort of force you to open your chest. Inhale and exhale. Tilt the pelvis back so you're lengthening your lower back. And inhale, press up. Bridge pose. Taking deep breaths here. If you'd like to deepen this a little more, you can clasp your hands underneath you now and kind of use your hands to press you up a little higher in the pose. Good, and then gently release one vertebra at a time, tailbone last. Hug your knees into your chest, and then straighten your legs. Come up onto your elbows. Open your chest, and exhale, drop your head back onto the floor. So the top of your head should be on the floor here if possible. Look towards the tip of your nose and hold here in fish pose. You point your toes. Keep breathing. And release. And grab your block if you have one available. If not, no problem. Just do it without the block. If you do have the block, you just put it under your hips and raise your hips up in a supported legs up. Otherwise, just it just feels a little better on your back to have the support here, but you don't need it. And it's also a little easier to get your legs up. Good, and then if you want to, from here, you could maybe go back into a plow. Just make sure you go back into it gently so you're not straining your back. Good, and slowly release. And remove the block. Hug your knees in. And let's actually do one more fish pose here. So coming up onto your elbows, top of your head on the mat, point the toes. And release. That's usually the counter pose to a shoulder stand. I kind of did it out of sequence before just because I felt like doing it. But it's good to also do that after the shoulder stand or the plow. Good, and then just reach your arms over your head, straighten your legs, point your toes. Inhale, reach in both directions. We're just preparing for Shavasana with a final full body stretch. Really fill up your lungs here. Squeeze your eyes shut, hold your breath. And exhale. Release. And we're going to let go of any remaining tension. Just relaxing here, and I'll guide you through relaxing each part of your body. But for the moment, just make yourself comfortable. If you use props for your Shavasana, go ahead and set that up. Just make sure that your palms are facing up, so you're keeping your chest open. And your knees are allowed to gently fall out to the sides. So you're totally relaxed here. And close your eyes, feeling heavy on the mat. And relax your feet and toes. Relax your lower legs. Relax your knees. Relax your upper legs. Relax your hips. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax your throat. Relax your upper arms. Relax your elbows. Relax your lower arms. Relax your wrists, hands, and fingers. Relax your lower back. Relax your middle back. Relax your upper back. Relax the backs of your shoulders, your shoulder blades. Relax the back of your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your lips and tongue. Relax your eyes. Relax your eyebrows and forehead. And relax your entire body, just melting away any remaining tension. Feel as if you're sinking into the floor. And imagine that a wave of warm, relaxing light is just flowing over your body from your head to the toes and back to the top of your head. And the heaviness of your body creates the lightness of your inner body or your soul. Allowing you to feel more open inside. And allowing your mind to be open as well. Releasing any thinking or planning, just being here in this present moment. And start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Just noticing the contact of your body on the floor. Again, noticing space around you, any noises around you. And whenever you're ready, bend one knee and then the other. Raise your arms over your head and gently roll onto one side. And find your way back into a comfortable seated position. Good. So that ends the asana part of the practice. So if you only have an hour to be here, thank you so much. Namaste. Otherwise, I'm just going to spend the next 10 minutes or so, probably even less than that, on a short pranayama and gratitude meditation. So we'll do the alternate nostril breathing again today. I think that's a really good one, especially during allergy seasons, to sort of clear out your sinuses and bring balance into your nose area. Good. So we just relax our left hand, and with our right hand, we're going to use. Hold on a second. We're going to use our thumb to control our right nostril, and we're going to use these two fingers to control our left nostril, and just bend the middle ones down like this. So first, just take a few deep breaths. or maybe just 2 deep breaths. Good. On your exhalation, closing your left nostril, inhale through your right nostril. Close, hold, and exhale left. Inhale right, inhale left. Close, and exhale right. Inhale right. Close. And exhale left. Inhale left. Close. And exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. And release. And again, just take a couple deep breaths. Just noticing if these cavities just feel a little more open now. Take a moment to blow your nose if you need to. Good. And now we're going to close with the loving kindness the gratitude meditation today. So just take a moment to think of 2 or 3 things that you're especially grateful in your life right now. And it can be something really simple, just like that you made it to class today, or that the sky is blue, or the health of your loved ones, or maybe just something extraordinary that happened to you recently. Good. And then just sitting there, noticing how you feel when you bring those things to mind that you're grateful for. Notice any sensations in your body. Notice if you feel like smiling. And then imagine that feeling as a speck of light right in the middle of actually, I usually kind of feel it sort of at the back of my throat here. So it can be there, maybe in your chest, maybe in your heart. And imagine that light expanding out and filling your entire body. And then maybe moving beyond your body into the room around you. Maybe beyond the room into your whole building. Maybe out into the outside, into your entire town. And maybe even beyond that. You can take it as far as you'd like. And then you can let go of that visualization. And go ahead, if your eyes were closed, you can open them. And I invite you to set an intention for the rest of your day. Maybe some way that you can bring the benefits of this practice, any benefits that you might have received or of the meditation with you into the rest of the day, sharing your inner light with those around you. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, if you have any comments, suggestions, requests, please feel free to communicate them. And enjoy the rest of your day. If it's the weekend for you, the rest of your weekend. Thank you. Namaste.